Thank you, Senator Carper. Senator Rosen, you're recognized for your questions.
Well, thank you, Chairman Peters, Ranking Member Portman, for convening this hearing, for our witnesses today. I know you have a few committees to appear before today, so we appreciate your time and willingness to serve. And of course, Ms. Young, congratulations on your new baby. Now starts a lifetime of joy, and dare I say, a little bit of worries too, but all in the best way. So congratulations there. But I always want to also want to start by thanking you for your commitment during your confirmation hearing last year to work with me and the Nevada delegation on the issue of Yucca Mountain. As you know, the Biden administration has pledged to not fund licensing, construction, or nuclear waste storage at the Yucca Mountain site, which my state has been fighting for nearly 4 decades. So, Ms. Young, as you and I discussed when we met last month, the Navy has proposed to expand its existing footprint in northern Nevada by approximately 800,000 acres, which is about 3.5 times the size of New Orleans and larger than, I dare say, the state of Rhode Island, or Senator Carper before me, certainly the Delaware too. So while Nevada is the proud home of the Naval Air Station Fallon, the Navy's current proposal lacks key mitigations needed for the support from our state and local communities and impacted tribes. So my colleagues in the Nevada delegation and I have been diligently working on this issue with all affected stakeholders for the past several years. So we were incredibly surprised when this past fall, OMB released a statement of administration policy endorsing the Navy's proposal without any modifications. In response, we wrote to you in November, following up on a letter from Nevada's governor from October 26th. I appreciate your recent response to the congressional delegation letter committing OMB to coordinate relevant federal agencies on this matter. However, our governor has still not received a response, and our local tribes have thus far been unable to secure a meeting with you. So, Ms. Young, can you commit to responding to the governor's letter and to talking with impacted tribal communities about OMB's SAP supporting the Fallon expansion?
Senator, privately we spoke about this, and publicly you have my commitment to bring together the affected parties. Tribal consultation is not something I take lightly. This administration, this president has doubled down and reminded us of our obligations, and so you have my commitment, and it's something important to me to make sure we do more than lip service with regard to tribal consultation. And like I told you before, the Navy needs to be at the table, and as with a lot of issues, OMB it sits in a place to help coordinate those conversations, and you have my commitment to do that.
Thank you. I appreciate that, because you do have the unique ability at OMB to do that. So I'd like to have convened at the meeting with DOD, the Department of Interior, the Nevada delegation, and key state, local, and tribal stakeholders, so we can all be in the same room, whether it's Zoom or in person, so we can find a path forward that addresses everyone's needs and concerns. I look forward to working with you on that. I'd like to move on now to a nonprofit security grant program, because over the past few years, even in the last few weeks, we've seen dangerous attacks, increase in threats on houses of worship, including the deadliest attack against the Jewish community in modern American history at the Tree of Life Synagogue. Just last month, the anti-Semitic attack at Congregation Beth Israel in Texas. And so to protect synagogues and other houses of worship against terrorist attacks and targeted violence, FEMA's nonprofit security grant program provides grants for targeting and for target hardening and other security enhancements. However, despite demand for grants outpacing their availability in recent years, fiscal year 2022 budget, the administration did not request a specific funding amount for the program. Fortunately, Congress has provided robust funding in recent years. I'm working with Senator Gillibrand, Chairman Peters, Ranking Member Portman, and Senator Langford to ensure that the NSGP is appropriately funded this year. So, Ms. Young, again, if confirmed, will OMB include a specific allocation for the nonprofit security grant program in future budget requests and ensure that the allocation increases to meet the growing needs of the program to keep communities of faith secure?
Senator, I have worked on this program since I started on the Appropriations Committee, and that program was $25 million, and proud to help grow that to, I think its current number is $180 million. So you have a partner in me in that program. I believe that the difference between what OMB does and what Congress does is the way we display what we ask for in FEMA grants, not a lack of commitment or a reduction in amount. So I'm happy to go back with the team and look to make sure what I believe is strong support throughout the administration to make sure that it's clear when we send up a budget.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to ask you one last question. My remaining time, you know, the United States currently faces a critical cyber workforce shortage. We have over 600,000 cyber positions open. Yet OMB has historically viewed cybersecurity education as an activity that's outside the Department of Homeland Security and its mission, and it's resisted congressional support for CISA's successful Cybersecurity Education and Training Assistance Program, or CTAP. As a result, OMB has repeatedly zeroed out funding for CTAP in recent budget requests. Congress has rejected those cuts. We've provided robust funding for CTAP and in the most recent years. And additionally, in 2020, my bipartisan legislation to formally authorize CTAP became law as part of the FY21 NDAA. So again, can we, Ms. Young, if confirmed, can you ensure, or will you ensure that OMB includes funding in the future budget processes for CTAP as part of CISA's cyber workforce development efforts?
Senator, I'm happy to go back and look at this one. I'm not as familiar with as the nonprofit grants, but you're right. We have to do more to get proper cyber talent into the government, and you have my commitment to work on that issue.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I see, Mr. Chair, my time is up. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Rosen. Ms. Young, as you know, addressing issues